we got some crazy news regarding Avengers. What is this, 4? Or would this be? No, this is like Avengers 6, right?
No, this Avengers, Ultron. Infinity War, Endgame. So this would be 5 then.
No, Secret Wars.
Secret Wars is. Oh yeah, damn. Okay.
So we got some crazy news about Doomsday. They did a whole live stream where
5-hour live stream
where all it was just going down the line and
every
showing
15 minutes they would put some. I feel like that was just too long. I feel like you could have just
did that in 5 minutes.
But they wanted the bread though. Think about the bread they got off of that 5-hour stream.
I think Disney should be worried about getting a good product than they should be about return on investment right now.
That's how they don't care about good product. Bread.
Yeah, I guess that's where we're at right now. But yeah, they did that live stream. They were showing the names of each introducing cast member to tell you
some
who's going to be in it.
Some of them we expected.
Yeah, some of them we expected. Some of them
I was like.
So we'll touch on a couple of some of the big things, and then you can give your theory that you had about Doomsday.
Okay.
And I felt like it's very interesting, especially when you look at the main antagonist for it.
Also, quick side note, this may not be the only, and not because it seemed a little small. The cast seemed a little small for an Avengers film. It seemed like some people was missing. So I don't think this is the only announcement we gonna have.
Interesting. I think the opposite. I think this cast was very large.
Do you? Okay. For an Avengers movie though?
Yes.
Okay.
Because and this will tie into some of the names that were in there. James Marsden. He's returning as Cyclops.
As Cyclops, yeah.
From the OG, even though I guess people feel like James Marsden is like a terrible person. I'm not caught up on
I don't know what he
his
did.
personal life.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I will say when I think of Scott Summers, I think of him.
Really?
Unfortunately, but that's because that's the first really Scott I see.
Scott, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, he's in there. So that return of a Scott Summers, I feel like I'm in the same boat as you. That's the Scott I think about when I envision.
But he's the only live action. Well, sorry, the younger guy.
Yeah, the younger one too. But I will say that's not a good thing because he was the person who made me think Scott was
a cop.
Yeah,
was a police officer.
He was James Marsden was the reason I thought Scott was not cool until I watched the X-Men, the old X-Men,
and then 97.
Well, not even 97. The comics, because Cyclops in the comics is top. He's top 3 leaders in Marvel.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking of a leader in Marvel, Scott Summers is up there. Because who you thinking?
Like Mr. Fantastic,
Captain America, and
Scott up there. Yeah.
I would switch out Mr. Fantastic with Professor X or Magneto.
Because really, no disrespect, Mr. Fantastic, that's your family, nigga.
Yeah, he's not really. He's not a great leader.
Nah, because he's too impulsive too.
Yeah,
he's very impulsive as a character. Shout out Comic Historian.
Yeah. But yeah, if I'm thinking of a leader in Marvel,
Scott, yeah.
I'm thinking of Scott.
I'm gonna think Cap first, but Scott is up.
Second. He's right under Cap in terms of to me, my X-Men. And then this is a separate video that I wanted to do. Thank you for reminding me. I'll write it down. I wanted to talk about how X-Men 97 repaired that at one point I thought was the irredeemable, I guess, perception on Cyclops.
Definitely did. If I could,
casual fans.
If I could throw the clip in here, I will. Him landing, he the only one that can't fly. Him just. He guys, I got fuck it. Saved himself. Yeah. I'm like,
well, he made sure everybody else was good. And
then I was like, yeah, they didn't do Scott justice enough.
He's the GOAT. Just
and I hope the new Scott, if we do get a new Scott, which I'm assuming we will, I hope they do him justice. Yes. Let him be nice.
Because I could never believe that James Marsden would be cool enough to do please don't take off my visor, please. I'm defenseless. And then take it off and be like, psych. And then just boom, the whole building explodes. Like that's not James Marsden isn't that cool to me.
And he's not. I'm gonna let you get to your point because you had a point to start the video. I apologize. I will say this: what if he's just gonna be like just the nasty because people really don't like him as a character? What if he's just the nastiest version?
Scott,
an actual police officer, like because he's older now. He gonna be an older version. What if he's like, get on the fucking ground, like one hilarious. Of them?
Now there's not great versions of Scott, so he could be one of those. But I will say that the point I was making before is that I feel like this cast is covering a wide range of people. So you got like the Avengers cast to an extent. You got Sam. You got the new Falcon, even though that was a little bit of a spoiler if you've seen the Captain America.
Well, the movie's been out.
I'm saying it's kind of a spoiler to show that this character is going to be in more of them because he
was down and out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the latest Captain America movie, then the new Falcon, him being in there is a little bit of a spoiler, but he's in there. I don't think Tom wasn't in there.
Tom was not in there.
That's a surprise.
That's what made me say I feel like there's going to be another announcement.
I think Tom might be done by then.
Rick, stop saying that.
I know you say that he's in.
Done, bro.
I know you're saying that Tom is in a 360.
It's over,
but this is his last contractual Spider-Man movie.
Rick.
And I think that's why they're leaving the door open for there to not be a Tom Holland, because they may not be able to bring him on for the next one. I feel like depending on where they leave off this Spider-Man 4.
He still got to do 4, yeah. He still got to do Spider-Man 4.
How they end out 4 confirms whether I agree with you that he will still be in Doomsday. I think if they end off 4 the way I think they should end off 4, it's not a guarantee that he's in Doomsday.
Rick, I'm telling you, Kevin Feige, you know how they told Hugh Jackman, you in this till you 90? Yeah. Tom, you're done, bro. You gonna be Spider-Man for the rest of your life, dude. You're done. I'm sorry. He keeps saying, oh, I would like to hand over the mantle eventually. And Kevin Feige always texts him, shut your dumb ass up and put the suit on.
Probably.
Stop playing with me.
To lead into that, you got OG Professor X.
Yes.
Is going to be in there. Mm-hmm. That's crazy to me. But even crazier than that, OG Magneto.
That's the one where I was like, Ian McKellen. Oh my god.
OG Magneto.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Fassbender. If we still shouting out Fassbender, I think he was doing some weird stuff at some point. I'm not sure.
Was he doing weird shit?
I can't keep track of weird people. I just let them exist. That's why
it is kind of crazy. It gets to a point where you don't even know if somebody.
Yeah, that's why Ezra Miller's still on the loose.
He is free.
I can't keep track of him.
Yeah.
But Michael Fassbender, he put up a good shot. Good try.
But Ian McKellen is Magneto, bro.
He is. Now, I would have preferred younger Professor X.
Dude, you like him
because of James McAvoy?
He did cook as Professor X. You think he's better though? Better is a little crazy.
I think
at best I'll give him equal.
I think Captain Picard. Yes, I'm referring to him as the Star Trek name. I
hate Star Trek. That's why
it's fine.
Bad. But he is Captain Picard.
Yeah, he's great, but he's getting older. So is Ian McKellen, but they're both getting older.
The nigga's 85.
Yeah, they're both getting older. I don't know how much longer he's gonna want to do it.
Like I just told Tom. When I tell you to put the fucking suit on, put the suit on, goddammit.
There's just gonna be
what the fuck.
There's gonna be just things that I would love to. You're fine. This is my workout shirt. Okay. This is why. Shout out Ipa. It's just there's certain things I want to see Professor X do. That as long as he's Professor X, we're not gonna see him do. And I think James McAvoy could do the things that I would want to see happen as Professor X. Also, as the years progress. 2 really quick.
I know I'm skipping ahead a lot. Whoever, I'm assuming any returning characters ain't gonna be, well, as far as X-Men, ain't gonna be there going forward. I feel like we're going to get a reset at some point and get new X-Men. Mm-hmm. If we do get new X-Men, this is a stretch, and it's probably like I want the best versions. You see what I'm saying? I want them to be like, it's going to be tough to be better than Hugh Jackman. That's kind of impossible.
He wasn't in the live stream, was he?
He wasn't. No, he wasn't. Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, it's going to be tough for any Wolverine to be better than Hugh Jackman, right? That's tough.
I think we got to let him rest.
I think he need to keep the suit on for cameos. That's what I think. For shit like this, like Secret Wars and stuff. For shit
I feel like we need a main continuity Wolverine who could just be in it and not just...
No, that's what I was gonna say. I would like whoever the next Wolverine, whoever the next Scott is, whoever the next Jean is, to be the best versions we've ever seen on screen. I know that's asking a lot, but I really want them to be the best.
This is my thing, right? Hugh Jackman, great actor, great range. I don't think, I think he'll be Wolverine for the right reasons, but I just need an actor that we just don't know is Wolverine to be Wolverine at this point. I think them jumping through in Deadpool, showing all the different versions of Wolverine
was kind of telling
us what was like. I think it was kind of like temp checking how people felt about other people as Wolverine.
And the only different one was Calvary.
Yeah, and people loved it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Now I don't think a different person as Wolverine is gonna get that same reception. But I do think it leads to opening a window that we could get another Wolverine. But that's besides the point.
Which I'm fine with. Yeah. I just want them to be better than the ones we've seen.
I just need them to be on par or slightly below. I think slightly below Hugh Jackman is still a really good Wolverine.
Oh, well, for Hugh Jackman, yes. But for Scott, I need an on point.
Well, for Scott, he has to be cool, the coolest dude on the planet. And I just don't think he... I
would like for him to be 97 Scott.
There's no such person like that. There is no GOAT who could be 97 Scott.
We don't know that though. We don't know that. I'm sure there's some cool.
There's no
some chill white boy out there.
There's no dude who can both do Psych who can also do To Me My Ex. Like that's the same person. There's no duality like that. You can't be that guy and be that guy. Like it's impossible. In real life, it's impossible.
You know why? Listen, you know who it is? It's some actor who never gets any jobs.
Yes.
Who's doing commercials and shit.
Yes.
That Kevin Feige needs to find.
Yes, they do need to find him.
I think it's not a nigga. It's not a guy.
Yeah, he's not.
He's definitely not.
We don't want to take that one.
Yeah, he's not a guy that we already know. Because like you said, we haven't seen that. A guy that can do both. I need some low-level person that we don't know to get a shot. And I feel like that'd be a banger.
Possibly.
But
yeah, the fact that we have a good chunk of the Avengers, like we have She-Hulk was in the lineup, wasn't she? I thought she wasn't.
Thor
was, yeah. Not Daredevil.
No, not Daredevil.
Charlie Cox wasn't in there.
No.
All the Fantastic Four.
Really Fantastic Four.
All the Fantastic Four were. Sebastian Stan. Yeah.
It was really.
I really needed them to take him out.
That's a spoiler for Thunderbolts too.
Yeah,
you really told us.
I really needed them
unless they variants. Really, it wasn't no Avengers if we be honest. Besides Falcon. Because, Captain America. I'm so sorry.
Well, there is Falcon as well.
But I was being rude.
Shang-Chi wasn't in the list?
Shang-Chi was in the list. So it's really just Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and whatever little teams Cap could scrounge up.
Miss Marvel.
Brie Larson wasn't on the list.
No, Miss Marvel.
The little girl.
Yeah.
She was on the list? No.
I don't remember now.
Really, Rick, that's what I said. The list is small.
The Avengers list is small-ish. There's at least 5 of them.
Yeah, it's Thor. Is
Ant-Man. Paul
Rudd. Captain America. Falcon.
Yeah.
And Falcon really don't count. He knew. And at the end of Captain America 4, he didn't give him the cosign. He just said, we'll see.
No,
if you could be in.
No, he gave him the cosign.
He said you could put the Falcon suit on.
And Bucky. We got Bucky.
Oh, Bucky. Okay, cool. Is Bucky in the...
Yes, he is. He's not a Thunderbolt, even though they try to make him. He's not.
Well, he's a congressman, technically.
At least they doing something.
Yeah, he's a congressman.
At least he's getting his paychecks worth. But
Bucky being a congressman is a little crazy.
So we got about 5 Avengers. We got the Fantastic Four, and then we got what, like 4 or 5 people from X-Men.
Yeah. So it's different.
That's a lot. I don't think you realize how many people that is. That's a lot of people
for an Avengers movie.
Name me another Avengers movie with that much main cast.
On your left, Endgame. On your left, it was everybody.
Endgame was everybody, but that's still like in terms of there was a lot of side characters. I don't think like if we were to do this same
M'Baku, M'Baku and Shuri is in it.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I would say
Shuri's an Avenger technically.
Yeah, but I would say like if they were to have done a live stream like this for Endgame or Infinity War, they wouldn't have included as many people that were actually in there. Because it's
leaks. You can't.
Not even just leaks. I think that there would just be some characters that they wouldn't put on that level of like importance. Like M'Baku prior to the second Black Panther
probably wouldn't have been
in the list there. Shuri would probably 50-50 for Shuri.
Unless she was the Black Panther. But.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, I agree with
that. There's a list
also
of people.
too, I think like I kind of was saying before, I think either there's gonna be another announcement or there's shit that's gonna happen in Doomsday that they don't want us to know about. So they like, okay, we're not gonna give you the whole cast. We just gonna give you this.
The lack of the Guardians was a little.
Well, they together still. A version of them is still together, but I think they're done. I think they done, to be honest. I'm surprised Peter Quill and Peter ain't gonna get into the fight.
Star-Lord. He's doing some other stuff.
Yeah. I think Doomsday, I think we're gonna get the people we're expecting. It's just gonna be a situation that they don't want us to know about yet.
And then obviously Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah,
but that's like if we were to count like main like big actors, that's like 8.
As far as big, no, you're correct on that.
That's 8. That's a lot of screen time.
I just felt like Doomsday but it is 2 movies too. Doomsday is just a part of a 2-part series basically.
Yeah, but that's a lot of screen time.
That is a lot of screen time. But I mean, we don't really need to hear Thor talk too much. He's just there for quips.
Nah, Thor can
and
talk.
To cry when
he actually needs more. Hilarious. Yes. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds wasn't in that lineup either.
That's what I'm saying. Like that might be a Secret Wars thing, though. Too.
Yeah.
No, you know what I think that is? I think Deadpool's gonna be dying. He's gonna sacrifice himself, and Thor's gonna be crying like, "Oh man, like we've been good friends." Da da da. And Deadpool gonna just soak it in because he's fucking Deadpool. He's an asshole.
He's man.
Yeah, he like Thor is hugging me like I can't.
This is great.
And then somebody's gonna be like he's not dying.
He can't die.
Thor gonna be like what?
He can't.
He's cut in half.
Look, he's healing.
And then Deadpool's gonna be like, why the fuck would you say that? They gonna bleep it probably. Why the fuck would you say that? And then that's gonna be a whole thing. Thor might hit him with his hammer. Boom. That's all that's gonna be. But I did have a theory, Rick. If you don't have anything,
no, that was it.
I do have a theory with the announcements for Doomsday. What if these characters aren't the characters we think they're going to be? Because Robert Downey Jr. isn't Iron Man as far as we understand.
No,
he's confirmed as Doom, Victor Von Doom.
Or not Victor Von Doom, but he's a Doom.
He's a Doom. What if we get into a situation where these characters are different characters? Like, M'Baku is
the Black Panther.
But not M'Baku.
But
T'Challa. What if he's T'Challa?
Yeah, what if a variant of M'Baku?
What if the Fantastic Four aren't the Fantastic Four for the first 15 minutes of the movie?
There's some other people.
There's some other people. That's something that kind of came to me because it was like they didn't say, oh,
they didn't give their character.
Yeah, names. They didn't give their character. They gave their actor names. They did have Paul Rudd's chair very small.
So he's probably still Ant-Man.
So he could still be Ant-Man, but that could just because he's played Ant-Man.
Yeah.
What if Paul Rudd is Captain America?
A short Captain America? An Ant-Man who got the mantle of
Captain America. Yeah, like just throwing something crazy like that.
Throwing a shield, a small shield that still retains its weight.
Oh, God.
No, not even gets bigger. But
oh, my God.
Yeah.
What is...
No, it would be a bullet.
Oh my god!
It would shoot through you.
Oh yeah, that's death.
Yeah, no, it'd be a little bullet.
Oh my god!
It'd be like if a 22 smacked you in the ribs.
They even also too like there's a couple people that were confirmed that weren't on the list as well. That's why I think there's gonna be another announcement because Chris Evans was supposed to be in this film, but he wasn't on the announcement. So it's like I don't know, and that's what the
Chris
Russo
Evans
brothers
is
said.
Reed Richards, and then Robert Downey Jr.
I think he's just gonna be a Hydra Cap, and we might get an M word out of him this time.
That'd be crazy. But
he see Sam. He's like, I'd never let him.
I never let someone like you touch that shield. He talks with a southern accent. But I think that's an interesting theory, especially because, like you said, with the main antagonist being a flip, having multiple flips, and then that being the reason why they're showing their actor names and not their character names.
And I don't think it'll be the whole film, but the first 30 minutes where Doom is just destroying some world or whatever, and we're seeing
you might see
Pedro
that might be
Pascal
where
as Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
that'd be hard.
That might be where the
Pedro
X-Men
Pascal as Doctor Strange is fucking hard.
That'd be crazy. But yeah,
we see the portal open. We like, what's my man name? Fuck, Benedict Cumberbatch, cool. And Pedro Pascal.
Did somebody call a doctor?
Do it.
But no, that'd be interesting. Yeah. And I could see the first 30 minutes killing off a majority of the X-Men. So,
yeah, that's probably what that's going to really be. Him just destroying that universe.
Yeah, and then stepping through.
Except for Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer will always be, he's like the Wolverine to a lesser extent. Yeah.
Before,
he's going to be him to, not the thing, what the fuck. He's going to be Beast until he's 90. So.
A thing I forgot was that they also brought in Nightcrawler.
They did,
which is very interesting, awesome. Which I'm happy for. But one thing I want to touch on, and then we can wrap this up. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about there not being any Famke Jensen?
Say it again.
Jean.
Oh well.
No old school Jean.
I think
or new school Jean.
I think that's because this is the 2002 universe, or what the original X-Men universe.
So but Scott's dead.
Gone. Oh, he is. Damn.
So how do you bring back
you're right.
James Marsden and you don't bring back Famke Jensen?
But again, though, Rick, I feel like that might be part of the story.
No, you're not understanding. You might not know this. She is perpetually labeled an actor who is difficult to work with. So
really?
That's probably why she's not in the film. It has probably nothing to do with story.
Oh.
People,
it's easy to write out
a lot of people call her like a bitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I was going to try to make it a scheme. Also, too, it is easy to write out Jean. I'm sorry.
It's super
easy. She tweaked out.
She's in space.
Yeah, she tweaked.
She combusted.
She tried to kill everybody, and we had to kill her.
Scarlet Witch said no more Jean Grey.
Yeah, because she was whooping her ass.
Was Olsen in the list?
No.
Well, she's probably...
Well, Olsen says she's not in it.
She's done.
But motherfuckers be lying.
That's true.
Because Benedict Cumberbatch, somebody else said they wasn't in Doomsday, but then they were in the announcement. So it was like, okay, I'm not listening to none of what you motherfuckers are saying until I watch the movie.
Yeah.
So what I think is going to, which is also possible too, maybe these people are the main people in Doomsday, and Secret Wars is like, okay, we need help. So let's call more people. Well, this ensemble of people is not working. So in Secret Wars, let's get more people in to help us.
So Secret Wars is gonna be whatever, and then they call in more people, and then that goes into Doomsday.
No, Doomsday is the first one.
Secret Wars is first.
Then why are they casting for Doomsday? Now they should have did the cast for Secret Wars then. Rick, I think you're wrong. So Rick was wrong, but he wasn't fully wrong. He was going by the previous list where Kang Dynasty was supposed to be second and Secret Wars was first. Secret Wars is now second. Doomsday is coming out first in 2026, which is pretty quick. I didn't know it was going to be 2026. Yeah. I thought it was like later. So that's awesome. I'm excited for that. I think it'd be super cool if these characters, at least for the first 30 minutes of the film, aren't the characters that we know them as. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. I'm excited.
The dude that played Ben Grimm is the Incredible.
Yeah, they can do a lot. But I'm excited just to see some of these old faces come come back, and I'm interested to see how they would interact with, I guess, the MCU. Because technically,
because only Ian McKellen. Yeah. Well, no, not only Ian McKellen, the dude that plays Scott, and Nightcrawler haven't been in the MCU yet.
Correct.
So
it would just be interesting to see how they interact with everything. I'm excited. I know people are still apprehensive because Robert Downey Jr. is supposedly the main villain, but he hasn't given me a bad performance yet. So I'm excited to see it. I think this cast, while large, isn't anything super daunting to be like, oh, there's too many people. And overall, I'll put myself at probably like an 8.5 in terms of anticipation.
I'll say I'll go 9. I'll go 9 because I'm just a fiend. I've been waiting for this stuff. Okay. You know, that's all it is. I've been waiting for it.
All right. Let us know how you feel about the live stream. Did you watch the whole thing? I didn't. I caught Spark Notes.
I did not. I watched none of it.
Yep.
I just waited for new rock stars to drop
to break down the list.
Drop the list. Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know how you feel. Who were you surprised to see in the list? Who were you surprised wasn't in the list?
Do you agree with our theories? About,
and
what the story
how excited are you to see the movie?
The Thunderbolt should be dead though.
Hilarious.
But that's
all right, everybody. This has been R&P, and we are out. Love you.